Hey everyone, I'm Mushroom Kingdom Puffle. Today, I'm going to present a theory explaining the connection between Shadow Mewtwo from Pokémon Tournament and the Shadow Pokémon from Pokémon Colosseum and Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness. Before we start, I'd like to leave a spoiler warning for all three of these games. With that out of the way, let's jump right into it. When Shadow Mewtwo was first revealed for Pokémon Tournament, a lot of people's first thoughts were of or relating to Colosseum and XD. When the game came out, this idea was heavily supported. For those of you who don't know or forgot exactly what Shadow Pokémon are, let me give you the rundown. Shadow Pokémon are Pokémon created by Team Cypher by locking the doors to their hearts. It is not known exactly how this is done, but it causes them to become uncontrollable fighting machines and makes them unable to feel emotions. They are always seeking a fight and will attack not only Pokémon, but also trainers, even their own. They are normally unable to learn normal attacks, instead they have shadow moves. These attacks are super effective on all Pokémon as long as they are not also a shadow Pokémon. If they use these moves, they have a chance of entering Hyper Mode. In this mode, they become even more powerful, but are also even more uncontrollable. They normally will disobey their trainer using a different move than they are told to, and even attacking their ally. Finally, they normally don't appear any different from normal Pokémon. However, they emit a dark aura that can only be seen by certain people or technology. The only exception to this is XD001, Lugia, a shadow Pokémon designed to be impossible to purify. This caused it to become a dark purple color, hence its name, Shadow Lugia. Now, let's look at the similarities between this and Shadow Mewtwo. First of all, let's look at the way he acts. He is always searching for a more powerful opponent, and he engages in battle with anyone he can find. And the girl who is following him around and trying to purify him also makes it very clear that he used to obey her and was even able to achieve synergy with her. However, he has since stopped listening to her and acts like he doesn't even recognize her. This means he has likely entered Hyper Mode. This would also explain how he has enough power to immediately and permanently enter Burst Mode. And also mentions while you are attempting to purify Shadow Mewtwo that she is starting to sense his heart again, implying that the door to his heart was previously locked. His attacks also all follow his shadow theme, which could mean that they are shadow moves. This would also explain why he's so powerful, since all his moves would be super effective on every other character. He also emits the same dark aura as all other shadow Pokemon. Finally, it's obvious that if Shadow Mewtwo is the same type of shadow Pokemon as the ones from the GameCube spin-offs, it's of the same caliber as Shadow Lugia. And this also fits. In Pokémon XD, it is mentioned that Shadow Lugia started as a normal shadow Pokémon, and was constantly experimented on until it was determined that it was impossible to purify. On the other hand, Shadow Mewtwo came into being because of a Shadow Synergy Stone. According to Anne, she was almost possessed by one of these stones, but Mewtwo saved her at the cost of being possessed himself. Anne later discovered that this stone eventually fused with Mewtwo, causing his shadow appearance. In other words, when he was possessed by the Shadow Synergy Stone, he became a normal Shadow Pokémon. When the stone fused with him, he became the same type of Shadow Pokémon as Shadow Lugia, causing him to become his black color. All of this evidence points towards Shadow Mewtwo almost definitely being the same type of Shadow Pokémon as the ones in the GameCube games. However, if that truly is the case, that also means that all the Shadow Pokémon in Ouray likely would have been made the same way as Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Synergy Stones. Now, there's obviously no evidence of this in the GameCube games, since this definitely wasn't all planned this far in advance, but with everything fitting together so cleanly, they have to be the same thing, and if they really are the same thing, that probably means they were created in the same way. All the Shadow Pokémon in Colosseum and XD are possessed by Shadow Synergy Stones, and Shadow Lugia fused with one. So, over 10 years after the introduction of Shadow Pokémon, we finally know how they are made. Hopefully Shadow Mewtwo really does signify the return of Shadow Pokémon, and we'll be seeing them again really soon.